Hey everybody, welcome back to another year-end special. Today I'm counting down my top 10 favorite artists that I discovered in 2018. Think of this as my top 10 part 2 of 2018 because all of these artists put out albums this year and I just didn't have room to talk about all of them, and I started realizing that a lot of the artists I wanted to include in my top 10 were ones that I just discovered this year. And I was like, you know what? I should make this its own list. So these are my top 10 favorite artists that I discovered that put out new music in 2018. And so we're gonna start with a vaporwave artist. This is George CLANTON with his 2018 release Slide. Now, George is an artist I discovered because of Matt from Too Many Records. He is a big vaporwave fan and he clued me into this artist, and I just fell in love with his work. So this is the one record I actually own on vinyl out of this whole list. So that's why I'm displaying it here. Suffice it to say, vaporwave artist, very much in a 90s vibe. I would almost call it like a 90s mall vibe. Great, fantastic vocals. It has almost a chill 90s dance vibe about it, if that makes any sense. A little bit different than, say, other vaporwave artists who do more of the 80s sound. He's much more in the 90s sound. Coming in at number 9, we have Brockhampton with Iridescence. Now, this is a hip-hop collective that is just fantastic. They have such a wide variety of music. It's not just all hip hop necessarily. Yes, it has a lot of influence, but there's also like soul moments, dance moments, get up and groove moments. It's just there's so much in there, so much to dive into that I'm really not going to do it justice in this short amount of time I'm going to give it. I encourage you to check out any of their releases. Just a fantastic work overall, and it's very impressive hearing Brockhampton. I'm so excited to have just finally listened to them. A lot of you who watch the stream have been bugging me to check them out, and you know what? I am converted. I'm a true believer in Brockhampton. Great music. Be sure to check them out. Coming in at number 8, we have Caro Bonito with their album Time and Place. They are a wonderful UK band that is J-pop inspired. It's got video game cheeriness mixed with 80s new wave soul. It's just a beautiful blend of all those sounds rolled into one. The vocalist is charming, so very charming, and there's moments on here of true bliss and also a little bit of sadness. It's quite the record, and I'm just so excited. I'm just so glad I discovered them this year. Number 7, we have Parquet with Wide Awake, and I gotta admit, for the longest time, I thought this band was like an indie pop band, sort of in the vein of the new Pornographers, but oh my goodness, I'm not sure exactly how to describe them, but they're just a great rock band that's got such a fun vibe about them. It's almost danceable, and I have to assume that's because of producer Danger Mouse. He worked with them on this record, and it's fantastic. It's got such a great charm about it that I was really blown away by it. Number 6 is Mitski with Be the Cowboy, and this was a record I was on the fence with for a very long time. It took me about 3 or 4 listens to really understand it, and now I just can't get enough of it. My favorite song off of here has got to be Nobody, but to sum up her vibe, I guess I would call it pop music, but it's sophisticated pop music. And I don't want to make a comparison, but it's really hard not to compare her to St. Vincent. Both female vocalists, both kind of doing this charming pop rock vibe. But she is her own. Mitski is her own animal. She's got her own unique voice, her own unique spin on things. So I think there's definitely room for both artists. If you're a fan of St. Vincent and you haven't heard her, oh my gosh, you are missing out. You have got to listen to Mitski. Coming in at number 5, we have Idols with Joy as an Act of Resistance. Okay, so this one took me by surprise. The cover art is very misleading. This is a great UK punk band. Just exactly what you want out of that. Great lyrics, fantastic beat, great instrumentation overall, and there's a Harry Potter reference towards the end of the album, which just took me by surprise, and I immediately fell in love with the band after that. Just a great record all around. It really gets you going in the morning, if that makes sense. Just fills you with energy. Number 4, we have Midair Thief with Crumbling, and this is a Korean band. I really don't know much about them. Oh my gosh, it's just a charming electronic K-pop record. Just a joy to listen to, and it won me over. What can I say? Coming in at number 3 of Avondale Bowling Club with their self-titled release. Wow, this is fantastic jazz mixed with fantastic rapping. It's just hip-hop jazz. It is so good. If you guys enjoy Bad Bad Not Good, this is like that, but more so. The whole album is full of fantastic rhymes with excellent jazz music. Just that sort of, just that like tight jazz club sound, kind of modern. Oh, so good. Unfortunately, there's not a lot known about this band, but I expect great things from them in the future. In the meantime, go check out this album. Coming in at number 2, we have Let's Eat Grandma with I'm All Ears. So this was an album that was recommended to me by the channel Middle 8. He is a great YouTuber, and if you haven't watched his videos, fantastic video essays. Highly encourage you guys to check him out. But so I took it on his recommendation, and I gotta admit, the first time I heard it, I was like, I don't get this. But I really respect Middle 8, and so I let it grow on me, and now I can't get enough of it. It is fantastic experimental pop is the best way I can describe it. There are moments of just pure melodic bliss, but then there's like these great expanses of just experimental, electronic, whatever. I don't even know, but there's a lot of variety here. There's a lot to digest, and the vocals are great on top of all this. It just blew me away. Fantastic record. At my number 1 spot, I have Rolling Blackouts Coastal Fever with their debut album, Hope Downs. Wow. This is a brilliant Australian band, and they just won me over. You guys on the stream recommended I check out this band, and I fell in love with them. They have this sort of Tom Petty vibe about them, at least with the guitars and the feeling of it. Think of the Tom Petty song American Girl, but multiply that across a whole album, and that's what this record is. It is perfect for cruising down the road on a long road trip. It'll keep you awake, keep you motivated. On top of that, it's just filled with fantastic air guitar solos. You will be rocking out in your underpants. Well, maybe that'll just be me, but regardless, you'll be rocking out to this album. I'm telling you, with your tennis racket, with your mic pole, whatever you got, it is so good. It just leaves you with a great feeling inside, and I think that is something I really needed in 2018. Well, that'll do it for my top 10 artists that I discovered in 2018. I want to thank all of you for suggesting some great bands this year. Be sure to leave me a comment down below letting me know your favorite artists that you discovered this year, and let me know which of mine were your favorites. Until then, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I'm your Vinyl Geek, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out my top 10 artists that I discovered in 2018. If you want to see more, be sure to check out my top 10 albums of 2018, as well as another video that YouTube will choose for me. If you like what you see, I put out new videos every Tuesday and sometimes Fridays.